we'll be gradually building, so we can start by moving into the pose nice and slowly and maybe not go into our maximum, and then gradually as we open up more, we may go deeper into the postures. So we haven't started to already, let's just notice now how we're breathing. Notice how you're feeling, so like maybe emotionally, energetically, maybe linking that to how you're breathing. And we're just going to start slowing our breathing right down. So if we can, we'll breathe in and out through the nose. And take a nice full breath in. Slow, deep breath. And then exhaling back out through the nose. Again, another really nice slow full breath in. So your chest expanding, ribs, sides, back, belly. And then exhaling fully back out through the nose. Again, another slow breath in. And a full breath back out. And we just keep going in your own pace, nice and slow breaths. And there is a breathing technique, if you like to use it throughout it, ocean's breath, where you make a narrowing at the back of the throat. You can hear the sound of your breathing. That narrowing helps restrict the flow of air, so that will help you breathe more slowly. Slow breathing, if you haven't felt it, it'll calm you. Triggers the relaxation response in the nervous system. Also helps your mind stay more focused and in the moment. And then by being more focused, we're more aware of what's going on, we're less likely to overdo anything. We can learn a little bit more in the class. Gonna inhale next, warm up a vinyasa, so just gonna lift up onto all fours. And then just slide the knees then in underneath the hips. And we'll spread the weight nicely through the hands. So you spread out the fingers, ground the hands down. Let's push down now into the hands, into the knees, into front of the feet. Let's start to arch your back towards the ceiling, tucking the chin in towards the chest. And on the inhale, let's move the opposite direction. So that start to lift the tailbone, get your middle kind of sink down. Lift your chest, shoulders, drawing back and away from the ears, lifting the head. Exhale, let's round your back up again. So just go your own breathing pace. Feel free to add in different movements as well if you want to sway around or anything. And then inhale, let's lift up into your cow stretch. So exhale as we push into our cats. And inhale into cow. And last one then, exhale as we round our back upwards. And inhale the opposite way. On the next breath out then, let's tuck our toes under, start to push the floor away, start to lift the knees off the floor, and then take your time to lift the hips. So the knees can stay quite bent here, so we're moving into downward facing dog. So we want to aim to find that nice long spine and kind of length from the hands, shoulders, hips. So really push back. You may want to pedal out the legs here, just open the backs of the legs a little bit more. You want to just stay still and then over time keep pressing back, maybe work to straighten the legs without letting yourself be forced forward. So keep trying to find that length. So on the next breath in, then we're going to lift the hips nice and high, so keep supporting your spines in as we move into plank, so a little bit of bracing. On the exhale then, we'll lift the hips back up and push backwards into downward facing dog. So again, inhale, lift the hips nice and high, so it's just waving our spine forward into a plank. If you want to drop the knees down in plank anytime, you can always come into a 3/4 plank instead, and then exhale as we push backwards into your down dog. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale as we lift and ripple forward, try and move as fluidly with the spine as possible, coming into plank, and then hold brace yourself in plank. So shoulders over the hands, get a nice straight, solid line, shoulder to ankle, and then exhale, push back. And then last one, then inhale, lift and wave ourselves forward into plank. So we'll be coming to lie down in a moment, but we're going to take 4 presses before we do. If we want to just lie down though today, just lie down. So easy, we can drop our knees here, squeeze the elbows in, start to reach your chest forward so the elbows stay over the wrist, and then just start lowering, either a little bend in the arms or maybe lowering halfway for a kneeling chaturanga, and then inhale back into either 3/4 plank or full plank. Exhale again, we can lower halfway down, so see if you can keep your body braced. So we're not letting our hips just lower and then keeping our chest lifted, or our chest lowering and then keeping our hips lifted. So 2 more, so try and lower as 1 unit, halfway. And then inhale back into plank. And then last time then, exhale, we're going to lower halfway. And inhale into your plank. So we're going to lie down now. Exhale, let's squeeze the arms in. Let's slowly lower ourselves so we're on our fronts. And then we can just then tuck our toes in. Let's give ourselves a little shake off. So bring the hands in underneath the shoulders. We're going to press down into the front of the feet. So you can bring them in about hip width. We can push into the hips. Hands can come off the ground. We're going to slowly start to lift our chest off the floor. The exhale. Just checking how our back's feeling here. We're going to inhale. Make sure it's okay. If anyone's got any injuries, you may just scrap out the cobra. They might be doing good for you. May not feel good, so just listen to your body. Exhale, lower. Now if you want to come a little bit further, we can inhale, come straight back into that hands of ground cobra. Exhale, maybe pushing into the hands, lifting up a little bit deeper. Keep an eye, our lower backs feel good. So no pinching or anything like that. Shoulders back, elbows tucked in. Inhale, exhale, let's lower. That feels good. We may go a bit deeper. You might want to start sliding the hands a little further back. So as inhale, maybe hands off ground. Exhale as we start to lift up a little bit more. Cobra, inhale at the top of cobra. So you can keep the chin tucked in as well, rather than, or drawn in rather than sticking the chin forward. Exhale as you lower. And if we're feeling really good and ready for an up dog, maybe keep the hands by your lower ribs. Push down into the front of the feet. The knees can lift off the floor, legs engage. Inhale, we can prepare. Exhale, let's start to lift up. So the shoulders will stack right over the hands. Really active through the arms, so you can lift your head off the shoulders and draw the shoulders back. Inhale at the top, up dog, and exhale lower. So choosing any of those when we move through our vinyasas. When you're ready to, we're going to press back into down dog, so you need to bring the hands a little more forward. So inhale, exhale, either use your knees or just straight up into plank. Lift the hips and then lengthen back out where we were earlier. So as inhale now, lift high onto tiptoes. And then exhale, start to bend the knees. Start to squat back, hips towards the heels. So a little down dog squat there. And then inhale, let's lift back into down dog. So take another 3 down dog squats. So exhale, bend the knees, start to push away the floor. So it may just be a little bend. You may sit right back. Just check the shoulders are okay with this elbows. Inhale back into down dog. Knees as well. 2 more, breathe out as we squat. And inhale, down dog. And the last one, exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk, step or hop. If you've got any back issues, you might just want to walk in and take it easy there. When we get to the top of the mat, we're going to inhale, lift and lengthen your spine up halfway. And you can use your hands to support on your thighs if you like, or shins or on the floor. So in between cat-cow, you might even want to do a cat-cow, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Get a nice long neck as well. And then hollow your stomach on the exhale, we're going to fold forward and in towards the legs. So just keep an eye on your back. You might want to keep the knees quite bent, maybe even your body resting on your thighs. In time, you can maybe lift the hips more and fold in a little bit closer to the legs. You might want to just let go here of your head. Just give it a little shake off. Your shoulders as well. And then we're just checking how we're placing the feet down. So we want to spread the toes. Ground down into all areas or 4 corners of the feet. And like with the hands, so we imagine you've got a pea underneath the palm when we're placing them down and kind of creating those sections, or not want to crush the pea. So you can draw up the arches of the feet. And then at the same time, then we can start to widen through the sit bones and let's just keep folding in. So we're going to use our legs a lot to lift up rather than just pulling with our lower backs. So let's bend our knees and inhale, and as we bend we get more, we can push down now into the feet. So let's push down into the feet. On the exhale, get the opposite reaction, the back up from the ground, and start to use our legs, roll ourselves up to stand. We can keep the short arms dangling till we get to top, shoulders back, and then head up arse, inhale. So just tying all that together. So again, just keeping the weight nice through the feet. Let's inhale, bend the elbows and reach the hands upwards. Yeah, you can gaze in between the hands if that's okay for the neck. On the exhale, let's bring the palms back through prayer and come back into our forward bend. Inhale, let's lift and lengthen up halfway. Breathe out, we can hop, walk, step, however we want to, into that down dog squat. From there, we can lift the hips through down dog and wave forward into our plank or kneeling plank. Inhale in plank, exhale, let's lower down for any cobra that we practiced earlier. If we're going for up dog, you may just lower halfway, untuck one foot, untuck the other, and then lift straight into it. Inhale at the top, exhale, press backwards into down dog. You can add a press up in between if you want to, or move straight back from your up dog. So one breath in, one breath out in down dog. Inhale, then lift high onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look full walk, step or hop any way to the front of the mat. When we get there, let's inhale, lift and lengthen up halfway. And breathe out, fold in towards the legs. Let's bend the knees and inhale. Push into your feet, breathe out, let's slowly unravel all the way up to stand. When we get to top, let's bend the elbows, just reach the hands straight up, maybe gazing up. We'll come back down to repeat one more time. Breathe out, let's fold back in towards the legs. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, hop in or step in, walking back into your down dog squat, and then rippling straight forward into a plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, let's lower down for cobras, up dogs, hands off ground cobra, which feels nice for you. Inhale. And then exhale, pressing into downward facing dog. We can always scrap out these because we've got quite a few vinyasas today. So if you do want to miss them out anytime, miss them out. Inhale, come onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend, look full walk, stepping or hopping, floating, handstanding. Anyway, inhale when we get there, half lift. And exhale, let's fold in towards the legs. So let's bend the knees, breathe in. Breathe out, let's roll up to stand. Bend the elbows, inhale, reach the hands up. And then exhale, bring the hands in front of you. Okay, so just going to pause here for a moment and just reset. So again, grounding down into the feet. So we're going to do another ladder flow. So we did one yesterday. So if you did it yesterday, you know, it's going to be different postures today. If you haven't done a ladder flow before, we're just going to add on a pose each round. Well, the first time we come into the pose, we're going to hold it for a minute and explore it, and then we're going to move one breath through them until we move on to the next new pose. So let's lift up onto tiptoes, inhale, you spread the toes, and then exhale, let's ground down into the feet. So as inhale then, let's keep our right foot on the floor and start to lift the left knee. Hold on with the left hand. Well, firstly, you may just lift it a little bit and step it inside the lower leg. Otherwise, maybe reaching it above the right knee or into the right thigh. So we're coming into tree pose as our first pose. From there, we can either keep the hands together in prayer or maybe reaching the arms upwards, any arm variation. So we've got a minute now to explore. Standing balance. So see if you can notice how we're standing. So you might want to do a little bit of a cat-cow or pelvic tilt. Try and find the longer spine for your body. So you might be naturally quite curved in the lower back, or you may be more flat. So whichever feels that it's not a load of tension building and in the lower back. And with the knee as well, we can open the knee to the left without kind of twisting to the side and that underneath knee wanting to twist, which isn't too nice for the underneath knee. So you can just open the left knee where it goes. Notice if you're hip hiking on one side, you can play around with maybe leveling off the hips. You're popping up the chest, so you might want to drill that in, or you're jutting the chin forwards, you might want to pull the head back and focus on growing upwards. Another 10 seconds, we're doing good. So hopefully that supporting leg is feeling it a little. How are you feeling the balance through that foot? So instead of locking the right knee, we can keep the right knee soft. Okay, so you've got your arms reaching. We're going to exhale, bring the palms together, lower the left foot, and we're taking a vinyasa. Let's come into our forward fold. Inhale, half wave up. Exhale, we're hopping back into bent leg down dog, or stepping or walking anyway. We're rolling forward into plank. When we get there, inhale. Exhale, let's lower down for our cobra or an up dog. Inhale. And exhale, let's press backwards into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. So as inhale, then lift high onto tiptoes, bend the knees, look forward, walk, step in or hop into the front of the mat. Inhale, let's lift halfway, and exhale, fold back in. Bend in the knees, breathe in, push down into the feet, breathe out, let's roll all the way up. Bend the elbows, inhale, reach, and exhale, bring the hands down. So as inhale, lift high onto tiptoes, and exhale, let's land the heels down. Inhale, then let's lift to the right knee. And exhale, let's place the foot where you feel on that left leg. Either keep the hands in prayer, you can inhale, or maybe reaching the hands out into tree. So we're staying for a minute. And you might want to hold on to your foot if you've got slippery kind of trousers or anything like that, and it's sliding. Or you can put a bit of pressing into the leg into the foot to help hold so the foot can push into the leg. Notice how you're holding your hips. You may want to put your hands on your hips to just notice what you're doing. And you can open the knee without letting yourself swivel. How's that left leg feeling? So really explore this side. How you're holding yourself. Again, you might want to do a little tilt. You might want to pull the ribs in. You want to grow the head upwards. How's your balance? If you feel really stable, we can change the gaze. Close your eyes. Otherwise, just keep your gaze fixed. Last 10 seconds then. How the shoulders, if they're reaching and they're kind of shrugging, you can always draw them or change the arm position. That doesn't make that happen. And another inhale if you've got your hands in the air. Exhale, let's bring the palms together through prayer and slowly lower your right foot, coming into your forward fold. Remember, you can skip the vinyasas if you want to. Inhale, half wave up. Exhale, hop in or stepping backwards into your bent leg down dog and rippling forward into your plank. Inhale. Exhale, slow it down for cobra or up dog. Inhale. And exhale, press backwards into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out there. Inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Bend the knees, exhale, walk, step or hop. Inhale, lift the legs in halfway, and then breathe out, fold in towards the legs. So bend the knees, inhale, breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reaching up, and breathe out, palms together in front. So we're just going to move now through tree for one breath, moving into our second pose. So as inhale, let's ground, spread the feet, ground the hands, ground the feet down, maybe just open the hands out to the side. On the exhale, then we're going to lift up the right knee. So we're going to switch now. We're going to start with the right, so the right foot can step back. And then placing the right foot where it's comfortable. It's a bit harder, or even just hovering it off the leg. Instead of pushing into the knee though, you want to keep it over above. Inhale, and we're reaching the hands up or below. Exhale, let's kick your right foot far behind you into the plant and landing it down, opening the hands into warrior two. Okay, so second pose, warrior two, nice and simple. So just notice how we've stepped back with the feet. So the foot positions will alter the position of our pelvis, will alter what's going on in our body. So just check in how that back foot, you can turn it in slightly, keep that back leg nice and strong. And that front foot, just notice how you're holding it. And if you can, we can open the knee and scoop that left hip under and see how that inner thigh, hamstrings, that front leg feel. Harder, you can sink lower, that front leg more parallel to the floor. If the knee's kind of coming way past the ankle, you might want to set the foot a bit more forward so the knee can stack over it. You're more solid there then. Arms can reach apart, so strong through the arms, and keep the shoulders away from the ears. And again, you can always cat-cow your spine, how you're holding your spines there. So instead of like kind of jetting your ribs or back bends in, trying to stay nice and long and upright. Another 15 seconds. So keep the back thigh engaged there, keep grounding that little toe side of the back as low so we can focus on in this position. You can gaze over that front left hand. Nice deep breath still. Maybe sink in a bit more if you've got loads of leg energy today. On the exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down for our vinyasa. Stepping backwards into downward facing dog. Either stay put or inhale, lift and roll forward into plank. Exhale, let's lower ourselves down for up dog or cobra. Inhale and exhale, we can lift, pushing backwards into down dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale onto tiptoes, exhale bend, look for walk, stepping or hopping to the front. Inhale, wave halfway up and breathe out, forward fold. Bend in the knees and inhale, exhale, push into the feet, let's roll up to stand. Bend the elbows, inhale, reach, and exhale, hands down. So as inhale, let's ground down into the feet and just bring the hands by the sides. And then exhale, let's lift the left knee. As inhale, then we can place the left foot inside if you want, or just keep it to the side, reach the hands up. Exhale, let's step backwards with the left foot into your warrior two. Inhale, then opening out the hands, adjusting your position, and we're holding still for a minute. So nice and simple, warrior two. So instead of leaning forwards, you want to try and stay nice and upright. Again, just checking what you're doing, how we're grounding through the feet, how we see we can open that right knee. And instead of letting your hips kind of stick out behind you, I want to scoop the hip, especially that right hip, kind of under. Keep that sinking that front leg if we want more work through the legs there. And maybe find a bit more stretch. Shoulders are away from the ears, gazing over that right hand. You can draw your belly in a little bit. Keep growing your spine. Almost there, another 15 seconds. If you want to, you can even lift the toes to kind of create the arch of the feet as well. Quite like. Okay, so another inhale and exhale. Let's cartwheel ourselves round to step backwards into your downward facing dog. So as inhale, rolling into plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, let's lower ourselves down. Remember, we can always do hands off ground cobra. We can always not do any cobras. Dog. Inhale, exhale, press backwards into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale onto tiptoes. Bend the knees, exhale, walk, step and hop into the front. Inhale, half wave up. And breathe out, fold back in. So let's bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reach it up. And breathe out, palms together in front. So this next one, we may want a block ready for it. This is a standing balance, half moon. So you might want to get a block ready in front of the right foot. Okay, so as inhale, prepare, so you can spread the toes and just bring the hands by your sides. And then exhale, brace in, you can lift the right knee. And you can just keep the right knee to side, you don't have to go into full tree there. Inhale, let's reach the hands up. Exhale, let's step backwards and open into your warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, then right hand can come behind the back. We're going to reach forwards for the block with the, left side of the foot, you want it. We're going to reach the chest forwards, drag your right leg in, push down into your left foot as we start to kick your right leg out behind you, turning the chest, everything the way your face, the face in there, so that side line of the mat. So we can keep the shoulder, right hand behind us. Let me just check the time so we don't stay here forever. Okay, easier now if the left hand's a bit wider than in stacking in front. If you bring your left foot in front, left hand in front of the left foot, you're more on a tightrope there to balance. Check how you're holding your spine. You might want to do a cat-cow again. Try and find a nice long spine. Same with the neck. You can stay looking either down towards the floor, or if you want to, you can turn the gaze and chin. Make sure there's no strain feeling in the neck. Keep bracing, keep breathing. Left leg works to straighten, but you may keep the left knee a little bent. If there's a lot of stretch, you'll come higher, but without locking the knee again. And the right leg, we're really kicking that heel away, engaging the right thigh, lifting the right knee. There is an option to bend. There's loads of variations. If you do want to play around, we can always bend the foot, knee behind us, reach for the foot. This adds on a bit of a back bend. And you want to push your chest forward and arch your spine as you kick the foot behind. Otherwise, just stay neutral with your spine, especially if you've got any back issues there as well. So I'm sure we've been about a minute. Yeah. So slowly land the foot down. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel as we step backwards into downward facing dog. So take a vinyasa, or we'll just stay put, or child's pose anytime. Inhale, roll into plank. Exhale, lower down, cobra or up dog. How many of these do I? Inhale. And exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, lifting onto tiptoes. Breathe out, bend it for walk, stepping off, hop into the front. Halfway there, inhale. And exhale, fold back in. So soften the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's stack ourselves back up. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And breathe out, palms together. So as inhale, let's put the hands by our sides. Get the weight through the feet. Exhale, let's lift the left knee. Open the left knee to the side. Inhale, reach the hands up for tree. Exhale, let's kick backwards with the left foot, opening the hands for your warrior two. Left hand behind the back, breathe in. Breathe out, let's reach forwards with the right hand for the block. This time you can bring it out to the right. Start to slide the left foot in and then start to kick your, let's go this way, your left leg out behind. Work to start to turn your hips and chest. So that's sideline of the mat there. If the underneath knee's starting to twist in, allow the foot to turn in as well. So you don't want to be twisting the knees. You don't like that. Just check in your sort of spine again. So you can keep maybe pulling the ribs in or bracing. Shoulders away from the ears, drawing back, neck nice and long, looking down, or if you want to turn the chin and gaze upwards. Really push through that left heel. Nice slow breaths, keep feeling what's going on this side. If you feel any differences. Harder, less weight in the hands. If you want to go for the foothold, we can bend the left knee, maybe reaching with the left hand, and then we can kick the foot away and start to push your chest through, or roll that left shoulder open, get that nice shoulder, left chest stretch. When you feel like we've done about a minute, it's a little bit longer I think, 10 seconds. Feel the weight through the right foot. Instead of locking the right knee, keep the right knee soft. From there, let's slowly kick the leg straight and cartwheel back into your downward facing dog. Okay, so let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, rolling into plank. Exhale, let's lower down for a cobra or an up dog. Inhale there, and then exhale, pressing into downward facing dog for one breath in, one breath out. If we're starting to get tired with the press ups and they're getting a little bit like sloppy or getting a bit fatigued, so maybe try and go back to an easier option, maybe using your knees. Or so it's inhale, tiptoes, exhale, bend up for walk, step or hop. Inhale, half wave up. Exhale, fold. So we want to make sure we're doing everything nice for our body. So if we are starting to kind of just fall into the poses, try and control it, or back off, take a break, maybe skip off one. Bend the knees, inhale, breathe out, let's lift to stand. So inhale, reaching the hands up, and exhale, bring the palms together. So moving on to our next posture. So as inhale then, get ready, hands by your side, spread the toes. Then exhale, let's lift the right knee. Inhale, reaching the hands up for tree. And exhale, kick the right foot back, opening the hands for warrior two. Inhale, right hand behind the back. One breath in, half moon. Exhale, let's reach forward. Let's lift the right leg up. Inhale, foot hold or stay there, which variation you did. And then exhale, let's land the right foot back down to warrior two legs. But then this time we're going to stay low. We're going to bring our left elbow onto our left knee. And then just trying to draw ourselves, lift the left shoulder away from the ears and just adjust ourselves to side angle. Inhale then, we're going to swoop. Either keep the right hand behind the back or start to swoop the right arm overhead. So see if we can really reach the right arm away, keeping the shoulders back away from the ears. So now we're going to refine this side angle. So just check the legs are pretty much the same as warrior two. Instead of letting our left hip scoot back or chest drop, you can almost kind of scoot that left hip through and lift the chest up and keep reaching. Harder, we can sink lower as well. So more intense, our left hand's coming inside the leg towards the floor without letting your hips collapse back or your chest drop forward. More intense, if you take a bind or hand can come the other side of the leg. But just see what feels right, and no, not too intense on this left leg. Left hip, right side, see how that's feeling. Shoulders, neck. So another few breaths. Nice and strong through that back leg, feet grounded, spreading the weight through them. One more inhale, and then exhale, let's cartwheel into your downward facing dog. Hands down, coming onto your tiptoes behind. Vinyasa, or we can stay put. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, let's lower with control. Inhale, lifting into your cobras or an up dog. And exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, high onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend, look forward, walk, stepping or hopping to the front. Half wave inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's roll back up. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands by your side, spread the weight through the feet. And then exhale, let's lift up the left knee. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left hand behind the back. Exhale into half moon. So right hand reaches forward, lift the left leg. Inhale, half moon. If you want to hold the foot or stay there. Exhale, let's land the left foot far behind you. Back to warrior two legs. This time we're going to prop our right elbow onto our knee. And then inhale, we can sweep the left hand overhead maybe, or keeping it behind otherwise. If there's maybe tight lats or sides and we're reaching the hand over, if it's tight, it may pull us forward, so you might want to go for that hand behind the back and try and keep your chest open there. Notice what we're doing with our legs. Again, you can start to see we can open that front right thigh while scooping that right hip under. Harder feet are further apart as well. Right foot's more forward, right thigh's more parallel to the floor, and we're also sinking lower for harder. Feel the difference if you want to. Notice I find quite a big increase in stretch there, quite a bit more strengthening in that front leg as well. Left leg strong, weight, see how we're placing the weight through the feet, how we're holding our spines, all of the postures. We kind of just relaxing into the pose so you can really support and work and hold ourselves here. You can reach that left arm overhead but without the shoulder, shrugging both shoulders away from the ears. You can almost push the arm into the knee into the arm a little bit there. Another 15 seconds. So just working as hard or as easy as you want to. So one more inhale. Exhale, let's take a vinyasa. Let's drop the left hand down. Let's step backwards into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into plank. We're almost there. Couple more postures. Exhale, let's lower down for cobra or an up dog. Inhale. And exhale, pressing to downward facing dog. Just notice how you're feeling. Inhale, exhale. See me heart rate maybe a bit elevated. Hopefully bend the knees, low forward walk, step or hop to the front. Hopefully we're quite a bit warming out. Inhale, over. And breathe out, forward fold. Maybe we're folding in closer now. Bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reaching up. And breathe out, palms together in front. Okay, so we're going to add on another posture. So when you're ready, let's inhale, spread the toes, hands by your sides. Exhale, let's lift the right knee. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, warrior two, open the hands out. Inhale, right hand behind the back. Exhale, half moon. Left hand down, right leg in the air. Inhale your half moon variation. Exhale for side angle, land the right foot down, left elbow onto knee or hand position to side angle. Inhale, right hand scoots overhead or keep it behind the back. And then exhale for triangles. So we're going to start to, if you're not elbow on knee, let's lift a bit higher, elbow on knee. We're going to push into your left foot, start to straighten the left leg and reach the right hand upwards towards the ceiling, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. The left leg may not straighten. If you've gone really wide with the feet, you may need to step the feet in a little bit. A wide one might be nice, but it might be a bit more intense on the joints, so just see what feels good. So we're working to straighten both legs. We're going to pull in the right hip back, the left hip back too. Easier, we're a lot higher here. So if we want more, we can start sinking like side angle, but without letting our chest, ourselves fold. Our spine will kind of be a bit more rounded there. So you want to try and find length in the spine and keep it open. That left hip may scoot back if we're trying to drop the chest or drop lower. So you can even use a block under the hand there as well if instead of, or hand higher up the leg. So keep breathing. Notice how the inner thigh feels, how the side body feels, the shoulders. Keep bracing. If you want to, if we're always looking up as well with all of these because we're so used to doing them with our gazing up. You may want to, because we've got pose after pose, we've been holding our neck in that position for a long time, you may want to stay down with the head. So just keep an eye. And on the exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down. Take a vinyasa, step backwards into downward facing dog. Oh, it's quite speedy today. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Kneel and plank. Exhale, let's lower down your cobra or an up dog. Inhale. Really strong through the arms there, so really push the floor away. Keep the shoulders nice and active. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift onto tiptoes, bend the knees, look forward, walk, step on or hop it. Wave up halfway, inhale. And breathe out, forward bend. Bend the knees and inhale. Breathe out, let's wave up. Inhale, reaching up. And breathe out, bring the palms together. Let's inhale then, prepare for the other side, spread the toes. Exhale then, let's lift the left knee. Inhale, reaching the hands up for tree, and then exhale, left foot behind you for warrior two, opening the hands. Inhale, left hand behind the back. Exhale, half moon, right hand down, left leg in the air. Inhale, half moon variation, and then exhale, let's land the left foot back into your side angle. Right elbow onto knee, left hand overhead, inhale. Exhale into triangle, so we're going to push the right foot into the floor and start to pull our hips behind us. As we do this, right leg straight into the left arm can reach upwards towards the ceiling. And instead of looking at the right knee as well, and especially if you hyperextend like me, and you're going to just keep that right knee a little soft, it's still going to be straight there, and we're going to be supporting and engaging and to hold that position, working the muscles rather than just kind of dumping into the, sinking in and just, it might feel nice to go to full range now and again. See if we can hold ourselves and work to stay in that position. And just kind of dropping in and relaxing there. And keep the shoulders away from the ears, keep turning the chest open the way you're facing. Any variation harder, obviously your hands can reach overhead, or keep your spine nice and long rather than kind of side bending there. So you've got a long spine. Keep bracing, see what you're feeling on this side. If you want more, we're sinking lower without letting our hips sway behind, similar to side angle really. Hips what tends to happen is we maybe go a little bit too far. That might feel good and you might want to intentionally be doing that. Instead of reaching the left arm way behind you as well, just checking for triangle. That might feel nice on the shoulder and chest, but see if we can just keep reaching the hand upwards and may not overdo anything in that shoulder as well. So a few more breaths. Another inhale. And then exhale, let's cartwheel ourselves round for vinyasa. We've got one last pose, then we're going to try and tie everything together. Inhale, lift and way forward, so only four more vinyasas after this. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Get strong up dog or cobra, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Really lift the hips, really push the floor away with the hands, keep winding through the shoulders. Head in between the arms. Inhale, tiptoes, exhale, bend it for walk, stepping or hopping. Inhale, wave halfway up. And breathe out, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, exhale, let's roll to stand. Inhale to reach. And breathe out, palms together in front. Okay, so we're going to add on a side plank. You ready? Inhale, get ready. Spread the toes. Exhale, let's lift up the right knee. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And exhale, kick back for your warrior two, opening out the hands. Inhale, then right hand behind the back. Exhale for half moon, left hand down, right leg in the air. Inhale, your half moon variation. Exhale, land for side angle. Left elbow onto knee. Inhale, reach the right hand over your head. Side angle. Exhale, let's pull back into triangle. Open the hands out, right hand towards the ceiling. Inhale if you want to turn the gaze or pause in triangle. And then exhale, then right hand will pop it behind the back for a moment. Bend the left knee, let's put the left hands on the floor. We're going to step the left foot back to meet the right leg. So we can cross it over the top. If we want it easier, we can rest the left knee on the floor there. Or both knees maybe and let yourself be more into like a kneeling side plank. Otherwise, then the right hand then can reach overhead. You might want to lift that left hip up a little bit more and without kind of just checking your lower back here again. So you might want to pull the ribs in or hold your spine in a long position. So side plank, really lift out that left shoulder as well. So instead of hunching that shoulder, try and push the floor away with that left arm, and then try and find nice space there. So active weight spread through the left hand. Any side plank though, if you do want to do another one, this is our last pose before we tie it all together. Do a little finale. Elbow plank if we need to. We come off the hand. We can drop our forearm down. Keep lifting that underneath sides. Keep working. It's getting sweaty now. As soon as you need to, down dog. Keep bracing. Keep holding. Breathe in. Ooh. I think about enough. When you're ready, 2, let's drop the right hand down and let's spin round behind you. Remember, if your arms are getting tired, you can always skip the vinyasas now. You don't want to overdo anything, otherwise if we're feeling good for it, let's roll into plank. Exhale, let's lower down for your up dog or cobra. Inhale and exhale, we're lifting back into down dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale onto your tiptoes, exhale bend, walk, step or hop in. Inhale, wave halfway up. And exhale, forward fold. Feel free to go at your own pace as well if I tend to go a bit quick or too slow. Bend the knees, inhale, probably too quick. Breathe out, let's roll up. Inhale, reach up. And breathe out, palms in front. So you know what's coming for the other side. So as inhale, spread your toes, skip ground down through the feet. Exhale, let's lift the left foot up. Inhale, let's reach the arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Left hand behind your back, breathe in. Breathe out for your half moon. Inhale into your half moon if you want to change the gaze. And then exhale for side angle, land the left foot down, right elbow onto knee. Inhale, left hand overhead. Exhale, open into your triangle. Inhale, triangle if you want to turn the gaze. And then exhale into your side plank. So left hand can come behind the back, right hand comes down. Step the right leg back towards the left. And then we're holding still and making any of those little refinements. Then we can come onto elbow, we can have a right knee on the floor. You can change, you can stagger the feet a bit more, you can stack the feet. Just check if you're kind of sinking the hips behind you, you might want to stack them. Is the weight all on the little finger side? Try and draw it over to the thumb knuckle, first knuckle. Imagine you've got that P under the hand. Let's not crush the P. How are the ankles feeling as well? How's the weight on the feet? How's the shoulders? Are you bracing? How is our breath? And next, 20 seconds. Where are you feeling this most? Anywhere that you can switch off, it doesn't need to be overworking. Anywhere you might want to try and hold and work a bit more. If you're kind of starting to lose it. It's quite a lot for a foundation class. Another inhale, exhale, let's step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's roll into plank. Exhale, lower, cobra or up dog. Walking the way there, inhale. And exhale back into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, lock high onto tiptoes. Bend the knees, walk, step in or hop in. Exhale, inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold back in. Bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reach in. And palms together, exhale. Okay, so we're going to try and tie this all together. One breath per pose, or 2 breaths per pose. So if you want to do this in your own speed, just ignore what I'm saying now, or even mute everything. Otherwise we'll go together. So it's inhale, let's get ready. Spread the toes, ground down into the feet. Stand nice and upright, and then exhale, let's lift the right knee. Inhale, reach the hands up for Stretchy, and then exhale, step backwards, open the hands into your warrior 2. Inhale, hand behind the back. Exhale, we're coming into half moon, so slide forward and left. Inhale, your half moon variation. Open out, exhale, lands for side angle. Bend the left knee, left elbow onto knee or side angle variation. Inhale, right hand swoops overhead. And then exhale, let's pull back for triangle. Start to straighten the left leg, open the hands out, reaching the right hand to the ceiling. Maybe inhale, gaze up. And then exhale, hand can come behind the back, left hand can step down, step backwards into your side plank. Inhale, reach the right hand overhead, maybe lift the hips up. And then exhale, stepping into downward facing dog. Vinyasa, inhale, rolling into plank. Exhale, lower for cobra or up dog. Inhale, and exhale, push back into downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale onto tiptoes, bend the knees, look, stepping or hopping to the front, half wave, inhale, and breathe out, forward bend. Bend the knees, inhale, breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reach, and exhale, palms down. Inhale, hands by your sides, get ready. Exhale, left knee lifts. Inhale, hands up, tree, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left hand behind the back, exhale, half moon. Inhale, half moon variation, and then exhale, side angle, left foot down, right up onto knee. Inhale, left hand reaches overhead, and exhale, let's pull back for triangle. Inhale, left hand can come behind the back, right hand can come down, exhale, stepping into your side plank. Inhale, left hand reaches overhead, lift the hip underneath, and then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll into plank. How are we doing with the breathing? Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down dog. And it's quite hard to not hear you guys breathing with me. One breath in, one breath out. Inhale, high onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend, look for a walk, stepping or hopping to the front. Inhale, wave halfway up. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, lift up. Inhale, reach in. And exhale, palms together. And we've got 2 minutes before Shavasana. Okay, so we're going to come into a nice arm balance. It's always good for a nice arm balance. And then something calming, I think, is needed. So inhale, lift onto tiptoes. And then slow motion, or any way you want to, we're just going to lower ourselves down into a little tiptoe squat. And then just start to fold inside the knees. So you just open the knees out, you can just rest the hands. Just let the head kind of rest, shoulders relax, back stretch maybe. If we'd rather just lie down for a moment, scrap off this arm balance, especially we've done a lot of vinyasas, the arms may be tired, just feel free to sit back, hug the knees, lying on your back instead. Or just stay put here. So we've done a lot of side body opening, and we've done a lot of kind of inner thigh kind of opening, stretching, hamstrings as well. So we're going to try firefly today, but we're going to start with crow, because it's always good to start just in case that we want to do an arm balance, but firefly is not there yet. So crow, we can just spread the weight like we did with all those chaturangas, weight through the hands, same as the press up. You want to lift our hips off the heels, keep the knees squeezing in onto the side of the arms. You're going to start to reach your chest forwards, just like we did with your chaturangas. You reach your chest forward, elbows bend over the wrists. You may find like a natural hover point there, especially as you scoot the hips up a little bit. Otherwise, test the feet one at a time. You can even have a block or a pillow in front to get rid of any kind of fear. From there, if you're really comfortable in your crow and we fancy firefly, we're going to come into more of a wider squat. So a yogi squat, we can just set the feet a bit out to the side there. So we want the shoulders to be by the knees. So if we were sinking low in those side angles, similar to that. And if not, we may stay with crow, so we need that knee to shoulder kind of position. From there, we can start to lift the hips up, and then we're walking the hands behind us. Quite a lot on the wrists, so if you've got wrist issues, maybe not this one. Then we're going to sit back onto the hands. Change the angle actually. And as we sit back, we may find that, so we try and get the shoulders by the knees first. So as you sit back, you may start to find that kind of hover point, and then the feet may start to lift. And then we can really try and work the quads to try and straighten the knees. So trying to really straighten there. You can have a go at maybe bending elbows and tipping forward and straightening out there, or straightening the arms and the feet will come more upright. And those crow, as soon as we've had enough of either of those, we can hug the knees and rock back onto our backs. Okay, so when you're ready to, if you are not already, we'll just rock onto our backs. Just hug the knees and massage our backs down. So we're going to take a nice twist. And a little twist in when we kind of been spiraling the arms down, cartwheeling into your planks and that. We'll take a bigger twist. If you've got back issues, just take it really cautiously. So you may just want to keep the knees together here. Open out the arms, or left arm can come out to the side. We can start to roll the knees over to the right. You can use your right hand to guide the knees down, or brace and use your core muscles to bring the knees down. Nice easy twist there. If the knees don't rest or the shoulders pulled up and where the knees, you might want to pop something underneath the knees there to help support the position. There's loads of twist variations. If you have a favourite twist that you really feel you want to do, feel free to do your own twist. Otherwise we'll stick with the easy twist today. So just a few deep breaths in and out. Try and really slow your breathing. Twists can be quite hard to breathe. So not much space there. So try and really breathe fully. Feel that tension increase, try and really open the rib cage. And then try and exhale really slowly back out. So just one more inhale then. Brace a lot or use your hands to help. We'll exhale, we'll come back onto our backs and hug the knees in, or come back out of the twist you're in onto your backs. You might want to circle around and get yourself ready for the other side. So just reach the right arm out to the side and breathe in. You play around with that right arm position as well there. And then exhale, let's bring the knees over to the left. You might want to use your left hand to guide the knees down. Just keep watching your back. Back issues, and then just stay in the folds of your choice. Sorry, twist of your choice. Just nice, calm, and even if you're not feeling too much in the twist, we can just use this to start bringing everything down. So just slowing your breathing, relaxing. Closing your eyes. And when you're ready to, then we'll exhale, brace. We'll bring the knees back to centre. Just give the knees a little hug. So we're coming to our final stretch. So it depends, maybe just listen to your body now, close your eyes, just see if it really wants anything particular. So you're like, I really fancy being upside down, headstand maybe, shoulder stands. You may be feeling that you want to keep energizing and stretching the front body. We've done a lot of cobras, but you might fancy like a bridge or an upward facing bow, a wheel pose. Or you may be like, I want a forward fold, so you might want to just hug the knees, maybe work to straighten out the legs. I'm going to finish with a fold, but if there is something that you particularly want to, just do your own thing now. So we're going to hug the knees in. You can either stay there. If we're getting a bit of stretch, you can start to draw the hips down rather than letting them lift off the floor. So you're trying to press the lower back into the floor. Lengthen your spine here as well. You can reach the head away or tuck the chin in a little bit. And then we'll either stay there or start to straighten the legs. And if your legs are straightened, you can increase the stretch of drawing them in whilst flexing the feet whilst pushing the hips down. So try to create a bit of traction by pulling down one way and moving the other way whilst bringing them in. If your legs are kind of hitting your body and the hips are grounded and you're still not getting a stretch, either again you can just use it for calming, like legs in the air, a bit of inversion, or if there's a different pose you prefer to do. Maybe plough instead. comfy baby might be a nice option as well. So it's coming up to 10 o'clock already. It's always good to finish with a Shavasana. So I'll be still doing a 5-minute Shavasana. But if anyone, just so you're aware, it is 10 o'clock. And anyone does need to dash off. So when you're ready to then, we're going to slowly go into Shavasana. So we'll bend the knees, lower the feet down, and then just slide the legs out in front. And then lying on the floor, you might want to adjust yourself a little bit. You can maybe adjust your clothing if there's anything that feels a little uncomfortable. Replace. You might want to walk the shoulders under. You might want to shake the hips, feet, turn the palms up. You might want to scrunch up everything and then relax the forehead, your eyes. You can bring the tip of your tongue behind your 2 front teeth and just separate the lips to relax the mouth. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths and then we're going to breathe in. So 2 deep breaths in and out. You can even sigh on the exhales if you want as well. Breathe quite heavily out. And then we're going to breathe without any effort and control. Just feel your body relaxing. Just feeling yourself lying nice and still on the floor. And you can just watch where your mind wanders. And rather than getting too carried away with where it's wandering, so you can just notice and bring yourself back to something in the moment. So you can use a focus point to help you do that. So it could be a sound of your breathing. It could be sensations, so how the floor feels underneath. It could be a mantra, a visual. So something to keep you here rather than telling stories about one of these focus points as well. So just check if that's happening. Use a focus point that you find quite easy to kind of focus on. It doesn't lead you telling stories about the focus. So every time your mind drifts off, just bring it back to a focus point. And we just finish with one good feeling thought. So maybe one thing that you feel grateful for in your life, and see if we can find that the feeling of gratitude to whatever that may be. And we just start to make some movements again. Do some deep breaths again, some rocking. So you rock your feet, push your heels into the floor, rock your body maybe, kind of forward and back with your by flexing, pointing the feet. Maybe you will give your body a little shake. And we'll take a stretch, so you want to reach the arms behind your head. And full body stretch there. And then we can bring the knees in and give them a hug. Just rock over onto our right hand side and just stay there for a moment, giving the legs and the knees a hug. Just have some love. And when you're ready to, then we're just going to slowly take your time to come to sit in any comfortable position. And then we just take a deep breath in. You always pause at the top of the inhale. And then breathe out and bring the hands down in front. And thanks so much everyone for joining this morning.